One of the biggest things about the harassment, the racist stalking in Muskegon County, is when I sit down and speak to my attorneys. I'm looking to get some attorneys, looking to get some representation, and I love for the Department of Justice or the Attorney General's office to see what I have. And my whole thing is this: when you look at the history books, and this isn't being dramatic, this is just being realistic. When you look at the history books, I'm doing an NAACP lawsuit right now for the stalking and harassment I went through and being framed. But the realistic thing is, like, colored people as in general, but even if you say black type African people are um even Caribbean type black people or whatever, you can even say Asiatic to some extent, don't really have a history. There's no history of oppressing a lighter race. Black people don't have a history of oppressing white people. If you go through, just in the context of the United States of America, from the time it was founded on oppression, on slavery, and it's been that way up until the Civil Rights Movement, and even forward, even till now. But if you look at a wider history of black people, you don't see black people oppressing, like a history of black people telling white people they can't vote, or telling white people they can't be lawyers, or telling white people they have to sit in back of the bus, or telling white people this. You don't really see a history in society of that. But you do see a long history of white people oppressing black people and other races, Hispanic, Asiatic, color, and that's just the facts. White people have oppressed black people for a long time in many different ways. And it's never been white people who've helped black people out of it. I mean, yeah, there has been a lot of good white people who did, but it's always been people had to show their cause and their reason for what was going on. And that's the same thing, like with this Ku Klux Klan type stalking stuff they do in these neighborhood groups. This is another representation of how people subjugate people and harass people and take advantage of people, you know, and like in a prejudice type manner. You know what I mean? And so that's one of the things that I want to stress to my audience, my subscribers. You don't see a history of colored people like running around, you know, oppressing white people. But you see a big history of white people running around oppressing black people and colored people and other Asiatic colored people. Like, you can't drink out of this fountain. You can't do that. And that's just the facts.